The story of the mustard seed. In the time of the Buddha, there lived a woman named Kisa Gotami. She was known for her radiant beauty and her loving heart. But one day, tragedy struck her life. Her only child, a young son whom she cherished dearly, fell gravely ill and passed away. Stricken with grief and unable to accept the reality of death, she clung to her son's lifeless body and wandered through the village, asking for help. A kind villager directed her to the Buddha, who was known for his wisdom and compassion. Kisa Gotami, clutching her lifeless child, approached the Buddha. She fell to her knees and sobbed as she told the Buddha of her immense sorrow and pleaded with him to bring her son back to life. "I will help you, Kisa Gotami, but first I need you to do something for me." Kisa Gotami, desperate for any ray of hope, eagerly agreed. "I need you to go to the village and find a mustard seed, but there's a condition. The mustard seed must come from a household that has never experienced death." With newfound determination, Kisa Gotami set off to find the mustard seed. She went from house to house, asking for a mustard seed, but each time she was met with the same response. Every household had experienced the pain of death, and no one could provide her with the mustard seed she sought. As the day turned to evening, Kisa Gotami realized the profound lesson the Buddha had taught her. She returned to the Buddha and shared her newfound understanding. "Thank you, Buddha. I now understand that death is a universal truth. I have been selfish in my grief, thinking I was the only one who suffered." Buddha smiled gently and spoke. "Indeed, Kisa Gotami, suffering is a part of life. By recognizing the universality of suffering, you have taken the first step toward finding peace." Kisa Gotami became a devoted follower of the Buddha, and her heart was filled with compassion for all beings. She learned to accept the impermanence of life and found solace in the teachings of the Buddha. The story of Kisa Gotami reminds us that suffering is a shared human experience, and it is through understanding and compassion that we can find inner peace. May we all strive to walk the path of compassion and wisdom as taught by the Buddha.